Hello, and welcome to your first year college student monthly recommendations for September. This video is in addition to the emailed copy of the recommendations that you have already received from your Haifa College Planning Coach. Be sure to locate and reference those emailed recommendations for any links or information you may want to review later. If necessary, reach out directly to your college planning coach for another emailed copy of these recommendations. This month is really all about getting used to being in college. It's very different from high school, even if you're living at home and commuting to campus, or if you're living on campus, or you're taking virtual classes. It's still going to be very different than it was in high school. The number one thing to be successful is to attend class, whether that is online, in person, in a lab, anything that you need to do, you need to attend. Start getting involved with campus organizations that interest you. It's a great way to meet new people, to be a part of what is going on campus, and to really start figuring out how you want to be a college student. If you're having trouble, make sure you talk to your professor or the teacher's assistant, and the sooner that you do that, the better. Check your financial aid distribution, make sure there's nothing left that's outstanding, and that you've been awarded all of the money that you were agreed to, and that it is being distributed in the correct way. If you have any questions about that, you can contact the college or university's financial aid office, and they can walk you through that. If you need to drop a class, maybe you can't keep up, it's too difficult, you've taken too many classes or kind of bitten off more than you can chew, you need to do that within the first 2 weeks of the term so you can get a refund for the class. Sometimes they'll make exceptions, so make sure that if you are experiencing this, again, you're talking to your teachers or the teacher's assistant, and then you're also talking with academic advisors on how you can make the switch if necessary. Apply for work studies on campus or just regular jobs on campus. Financial aid websites usually have all the links to the jobs that are open. You can also look at any student employment websites that may be there as well. Get to know your professors. It's really important that you get to know them and they get to know you. Sometimes you're in very large lecture classes and sometimes you're in small classes. Sometimes this is going to be a part of your major and sometimes this is going to be a general education. It's still really important to build those professional relationships. Learn how to work with these different types of instructors. This is a skill that can serve you well in your career too. You're not always going to be around people who think and talk and work like you. So this is a great way to start learning how to work and deal with people who are different from you. Work with your coach to start looking at majors if you're still undecided. Know what college support services are available at your campus. Find out where the library is, if there's any tutoring available. Where is security located and how do you contact them? When you go out with friends, especially at night, return with the same group and never alone. You want to keep your course syllabus handy. This is really that piece of paper or that packet of paper that's going to give you all of the details on the projects or papers or tests and quizzes that you're going to have due. It's going to give you all of the dates and the information for that. You're going to be responsible for putting that into your calendar and being prepared. The teacher is not going to hold your hand through this. This is why they give you that packet of paper at the very beginning. So be familiar with how to navigate through that course syllabus, and if you have questions, make sure that you are asking those questions early on so you're not stuck mid-semester not knowing what to do. You can join a group study or exchange contact information with other students that are in your class. This can be really helpful. One, to just simply get to know people. Maybe if there's a day when you're absent and you want to be able to get what happened or share someone's notes, or to be able to study for those classes. Should you become injured during the semester, visit the disability office at your campus. For example, if you break your writing arm, see if they have note-taking assistance for your classes. Just in case you have difficulty with the course, be familiar with the drop deadlines. The first one will be for a refund. The second drop date will not have a refund. Of course, do not drop any classes until you have found out from your financial aid advisor how that might impact your funding, meaning that if you drop below a certain number of course hours, you may negate some of the financial aid funding that you have been awarded. So it's important for you to get all of that information before you make any knee-jerk reactions or decisions. You may be doing better in the class than you think, so speak with the professor and see how you are really doing. Remember that the form will be available for you to fill out on October 1st, and you can find it here at studentaid.ed.gov. And if you have any questions on that, you can work with your Heartland College planning coach to get a review on that, to figure out what you need to do to fill that out in the best way and how that will affect your funding moving forward. For any follow-up questions, clarification on recommendation points, or to report any updates, please contact your Haifa College planning coach directly. Thanks so much and best wishes for a productive September.